We came here for one overdose, we ended up with 7.
What the hell going on?
Great question. Tampa police claim field testing solved that mystery. These guys snorted fentanyl mixed with a horse tranquilizer called Xylazine.
Oh, that's my son.
That's my brother. Did I identify him to see he's okay?
All 7 survived.
You were laying on your face, you don't even remember.
The number of overdose deaths involving Xylazine is skyrocketing, but we found emergency rooms don't test for it, and that gap leaves people who don't know they're taking it in the dark.
They need to know this.
Let's see what's brewing.
I think my friends now done got a hold to some fentanyl. You hurry up here, please. I can't wake them up.
Hey, can you hear me?
There more than one?
Yo, there's 2 people. Hey, I got another one over there on the ground.
I got Narcan coming.
Okay.
I got another one. I take it. We got 4 people down over there, and there's 1 down over there.
Hey! Come on! Come on! Come on!
I need oxygen.
Corporals, 5 total.
Where's my brother, man? I don't know.
Okay.
There's 6 people. There's 6 people out.
We came here for one overdose, we ended up with 7.
What the hell going on?
They all feel like flies. I've never seen anything like it. Right? They were just falling out the trunk. What'd y'all take, man? You said it smelled funny and it tasted funny.
Who's got the cocaine? Where's it now?
We got the bag right here.
Yeah, I know this dude named Berto.
I don't feel it. Look.
7 people overdosed tonight. 7. I'm looking you dead in the eyes, because I'm being honest. All right? Off of what you gave them.
You can't tell me I gave anybody no drugs tonight.
But don't worry. As usual, I've got plenty to say. We first reported on Xylazine in November 2022.
It's some kind of horse tranquilizer.
You might be thinking, why would anyone take that? People who take Xylazine on purpose have told researchers that Xylazine gives fentanyl legs, meaning it makes the euphoria that they feel when they take fentanyl last longer. But a lot of people don't know they're taking Xylazine. And if they don't overdose, they might just think they got the good stuff. Xylazine also makes the go-to overdose reversal medication for opioids less effective at saving lives. We're talking about naloxone, better known by the brand name Narcan.
So if someone is overdosing due to fentanyl and xylazine, the Narcan will only mitigate the effects of the fentanyl and not the xylazine.
And so what does that look like in practice?
In practice, it makes the treatment and the saving of lives more difficult.
Body cam video shows first responders giving this guy at least 3 rounds of Narcan. And listen to what paramedics told this guy after he woke up.
We're going to hospital, I assume. Because we gave you like 6 Narcan.
The Sunshine State's Xylazine problem is getting worse. 2022 was the first year that Florida medical examiners were required to report when people tested positive for Xylazine after death. We've now learned that in the first 6 months of 2022, medical examiners reported 218 people died after taking Xylazine. Compare those 6 months to all of 2021, before reporting Xylazine was required, when Florida medical examiners voluntarily identified 236 deaths. And a new CDC data analysis released in June 2023 found the number of overdose deaths involving Xylazine in the US was 34 times higher in 2021 than it was in 2018. We're talking an increase from 102 deaths to to 3,468, and those are just the ones we know about. But despite the fact that xylazine is spreading, we found out that emergency rooms don't test for it.
Why don't ERs test for xylazine?
Well, xylazine's not routinely tested in labs. It requires specialized analytic techniques that right now are more expensive and harder to get.
This is Dr. Charlie Sand. He's the medical director at Hillsborough Community College's EMS training program and chair of Hillsborough County's Emergency Medical Planning Council. So yeah, he knows his stuff.
Xylazine is what we call a quick metabolizer. Its half-life is 25 to 50 minutes. So even if we had the testing available, after an hour, it might not detect it.
So who does test for xylazine? Crime labs testing evidence, and toxicologists testing dead people.
It strikes me that that leaves out people who are actively taking it. You know, people who are still alive.
Yeah. I mean, there are several good things that come out of it. We can counsel people that this is being mixed in your drugs. There is an increase in overdose fatalities, so they need to know this.
Without testing, the only way someone might find out their drugs are getting mixed with xylazine is if they develop these horrible skin wounds where the tissue dies. We're blurring these images because they're so bad, but if you need to be able to identify what these wounds look like, we've got a link for you in the video description below.
They just eat away at the flesh, they go down the bone, they're huge lesions of just open wounds. If we can't treat them with skin grafts and antibiotics, sometimes we need to do amputations.
Obviously, it's graphic and kind of gross to talk about this stuff, but why is it important?
Well, it's important because we want people to know what they're taking and to avoid it.
It just wasn't healing.
Amy Hicks is the Regional Outreach Director for the Recovery Epicenter Foundation.
I'm seeing a lot of open wounds that won't heal, especially in the homeless community.
She tells us she gives those people first aid supplies, encourages them to get professional medical care, and talks to them about xylazine.
It's important to me because in my life I have needed help to get sober and to maintain my sobriety, and there were certain people that I think without them I wouldn't have made it, and so I want to, give back. They need more help than I can give them, so that can be hard.
Today, she's doing what she can.
So we're making, we call them recovery starter kits to give out to the homeless.
She and her colleagues are getting extra help from people in recovery who are staying in the foundation's short-term transitional housing in Clearwater. They told us they were cool with being on camera.
Basic hygiene items, and then raincoats, washcloths, cooling towels, nail clippers, and then we include Narcan.
Narcan, because when every second counts, the homeless can help each other until first responders get there.
Deactivating, no further action from me.
Deactivating.
Turning body camera off.
Deactivating camera.
If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, we have resources for you in the video description below. Thanks for watching What's Brewing. Subscribe to 10 Tampa Bay's YouTube channel and add the What's Brewing playlist to your library so you don't miss an episode. And I'll see you next time.